Oof, here we are, guys, down another almost 10% on Palantir stock right now. We're down almost $15 a share. It's what, about 10:50 a.m. East Coast time, and we're trading at $143 per share. So I think yesterday was the fifth straight red day. Now it's looking like, well, we're going to get the sixth. And the overall stock market is getting destroyed. The S&P's down 1%. NASDAQ QQQ's down 1.8%. Dow's down 0.3%. And we have, let's see, which one? The Russell am I missing? Yeah, down 1% as the VIX right now is up 10%. So Palantir, man, it keeps on getting hit. And, well, it seems like we're getting the dip that we've been waiting for, that we've been, we have been, right, getting this dip. You know, it's been here, right? But now it's just continuing as the overall market is getting hit. And I made a video on my TikTok about this earlier this morning. I was like, look, when the overall stock market drops, what companies, what individual stocks get hit the most? It's the ones that are very hot, the high growth names, the higher valuation names, right? And guess what? That's where Palantir is at. So what we're seeing right now is essentially an overall market sell-off, an overall market pullback in tandem with this Citron report from Andrew Left, who's short, conflict of interest, right? I mean, we all know that. But we're seeing these two in tandem right now, which is just bringing the stock price down like a brick, right? I mean, honestly, I think if the overall market was holding up still, let's say we were at all-time highs, I don't think Palantir would be down this much. It would still be down, but not this much. So with the overall market dropping, it's really just accelerating this drop in PLTR. And yesterday, we were almost in a bear market, almost. But now we're definitely officially in a bear market, no doubt about it. Yeah, we're down 24%, 25% roughly from all-time highs, so we're almost there, right? And now we're officially, we're slightly into the bear market. We're not almost there. We are there. And now we're taking the lows out. We're taking the lows out from the end of July. So this is a big down move, guys, in the short term. Essentially, a quarter of Palantir's value has been cut, right, in the span of 8 days, eight calendar days, which means that's even less trading days. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days, including today and the day just started, we've cut about a quarter of the value. And again, we're taking out the lows from the end of July, and essentially all the gains from August are gone. So yeah, we're seeing a pretty decent drawdown. This is not just a pullback. This is approaching crash territory. I mean, it's down 25%, so we're in a bear market. I would say crash territory is like 35-ish% to 40%, so we're not there exactly, but we're getting closer. And on the 4-hour time frame, now we're approaching, we're well under the moving averages, that's for sure. We're under the 180 SMA, which we've covered before on the channel. That spot has held in the past, over the past couple of months. It didn't hold this time, and I think overall, if the market, like I said before, if the market held up, let's say we were at all-time highs or just, consolidating in the S&P, NASDAQ, I feel like Palantir would have held 160. Honestly, I think it would have held that 180 SMA. But now with, again, the overall market dumping, it's accelerating this, and we're just getting 2 straight days of 9 to 10% drops. I mean, yesterday was a bloodbath. Today's a bloodbath. That's when a lot of people are flooding out of this thing, but I don't think it's going to last too long. I mean, I said yesterday I could see it going down to 140. Here we are. We're at 143. So, I mean, honestly, could it get down? I mean, look, if we start drawing these trend lines out, we can see this is a gap right here at 128. This is a gap right here at 117. I mean, could we get here? It's gonna have to be the overall market to bring us down there, in my opinion. I don't think, let's say the S&P and the NASDAQ rebound today, go to all-time highs again. I don't think Palantir goes down to 115, 120. I just don't see it. But if we get another 5% drawdown in QQQ, yeah, I mean, in that case, sure, it could come down even more. And honestly, at that point, I would consider buying more. I know I said in my video yesterday, I'm going to buy more or consider buying more in the 140s. We're in the 140s now, and I have not bought more. And mind you guys, I'm in at $20 a share, 21-ish, right in that ballpark. So it's like, for me to average up, it's gonna be at the right price, or it's gonna have to be at the right price. So I don't know if 144 or 140 is there for me, or is that price for me. But it could be for you. Do whatever you guys want to do, obviously, not financial advice. But now I'm like, okay, if we get an even bigger drawdown to 130, maybe under 130, okay, maybe I'll start nibbling a little bit. But hey, maybe I do end up buying some here in the 140s. I'm not completely closed off to that idea. But it's, you know how that goes, guys. The internal battle of when to buy more or average up. I mean, that's a hard, it's not super hard, but it's like, that's a harder, it's a harder buy. If you bought a stock at a low price and it went up a lot, buying again, it's more difficult because you're up so much. You're like, oh, I don't want to average up at the wrong spot, blah blah blah. But if you're just buying a stock for the first time, it's easier to just, okay, place that first buy and then go from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be patient with it and kind of see where it goes, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's still a falling knife. Keep that in mind. We could go lower. We're not seeing a bottom at all by any stretch of the imagination being put in. We're not seeing a bottom at this point. And the VIX keeps going. And look, the VIX is still low. In the grand scheme of things, the VIX is still low. We have a lot going on with interest rates, a lot up in the air coming here into September. And usually September for stocks is not a great month. And who knows? We might be getting the sell-off, or we might be getting September sell-off now. You know what I mean? It could be what's going on. But this is not surprising to me because we talked about this. I don't know if you guys remember, probably like 2 weeks ago, I was saying back half of August, a drawdown could come, maybe into September, leading us for a big rip into the end of the year. I mean, this is something that I mentioned, and it's kind of playing out now to a T. And this drawdown could go into September. It's what, August 20th today? So what, we have a couple more trading days here in August, 10 more days, calendar days, so, or 11, whatever. But we might sell off a little more, consolidate into September, maybe sell off a little more into September. And guys, that could be a huge, it could be setting us up very nicely for a end of the year rally, which I think we're going to get. That's my, prediction right now. And who knows, it might not happen, but, end of the year rally, I think is coming, not only in the stock market, but in crypto as well. I'm not a crazy crypto guy, but I have been dabbling in some crypto, some altcoins, doing some speculative investing, trading, if you will, here, guys. And, I'm making some bold bets. Nothing crazy, guys. I mean, it's still money that I'm willing to lose, but I'm putting some money in these altcoins that I think are going to do well into the end of the year, beginning of 2026, and I think the stock market's going to do well as well. But obviously, when you're dealing with altcoins and crypto, there's just way more upside with a ton more risk. But stocks, I'm not looking to 5-10x my money in stocks by December or, the beginning of 2026. But with crypto and some of these altcoins I'm speculating on, yeah, I mean, 5 to 10x is possible. It's on the table. So this is the kind of market I think we're heading into. I don't know, especially if we get like a rate cut or two, we get better outlook for the overall economy, jobs market, if unemployment stays low, if things line up, and inflation stays, kept tamed, right? If inflation's tamed, I think we're going to set up for a nice end of the year push here. But hey, I could be wrong. What do you guys think? I'll wrap it up there. Let me know in the comments. Smash the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Join my email stock newsletter. It's free. And check out my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the Discord and see what I'm doing in my portfolio. That is linked down below, or simply go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure you guys join. And with that being said, I do have my coffee. Where is it? Cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.